Hey everyone, it's ShadowFox here, back with another Minecraft video. Today I'm in a creative world to talk to you about Piglin Bartering because it is the new hot thing from 1.16. Everyone's doing it and there's plenty of good reasons why. We can take a look over here. You can see all these items you can get: glowstone, quartz, soul sand, fire charges, ender pearls, iron nuggets, nether brick, magma cream, gravel, string, leather, obsidian, crying obsidian, soul speed enchanted iron boots, splash potions and regular potions of fire resistance, and enchanted books with soul speed 1, 2 and 3. And if you're very lucky, you can even get a netherite hole, which is absolutely amazing if you ever want to go and clear down some of the new trees. So you can see behind me I've got a setup to automatically barter with the 6 piglins in the cages, or apartments as Iscan likes to call it. And there we go, just to spend some gold. They're having a good look, and any items that they are going to give us will get deposited into these chests here. Now these farms are incredibly powerful as long as you've got the stock of gold to keep supplying them with ingots. But one thing I've noticed when I'm watching videos is everyone builds these massively complicated redstone systems with redstone to detect when the last gold has been dispensed, and you just don't need to be that complicated. Like, I'll show you guys the redstone on top of this. It is almost nothing, and that's it. It's a hopper clock. that is all you need. I mean, to be honest, the hardest part is actually just getting the amount of gold ingots you need for this. But I'm going to show you guys how to build this. Before we do, there are a couple of considerations you need to make. Firstly, where you're going to build this. It has to be in the nether. You cannot take piglins into the overworld. If you do, they'll turn into zombified piglins, which you can't barter with, making them useless. So yeah, got to be in the nether. Secondly, item transportation. The way I've got this set up at the moment is using 41 items in the hopper clock, and that is just enough time that if I was to chain these hoppers together, like you can see at the moment, they don't go anywhere. They just go straight into the chest in front, which is fine, but you're going to get that many items that you probably want an auto sorter. If you were to chain all these hoppers together, the speed at which the hoppers can output the items and into the storage system is kind of the bottleneck for this. So that's why we're using 41 items in here. You can use down to 10 items. If you use 10 items, it will dispense a gold ingot just as the piglin has finished bartering with the last one. However, to do that, you're going to need a system that's going to be able to handle all of those items, probably using pistons and slime blocks and ice to push it along the hoppers. However, I'm not going to do a video on how you can sort the items. I just want to focus on the actual bartering station itself. So as I said, there's not really many materials that go into this. You can pick your block of choice. The only things you will need are the redstone for this. You will need 1 dispenser for each bartering station. You'll need 2 sticky pistons, a redstone block, 2 hoppers, plus 1 at least for each bartering station. You may need more if you're going to go with a full item sorter. You will need 2 comparators, 2 repeaters, at least 6 redstone dust for the clock, and then the additional for actually triggering the dispensers themselves. How many you need is obviously going to be dependent on how many dispensers you have. But once you've got your area set up, firstly you want to create the stations. Now I'm just going to do a quick one with 2 bartering stations at the moment. So I'm going to pop the chest down in front, hoppers leading into those, and then you just need to build up the block of your choice around the back and sides of this, and it needs to be at least 3 high. You can go higher. This is basically the smallest you can go, which is 3 high including the roof. but you can go to any height you want. Now for the front you need trapdoors. I'm going to stick with the warped trapdoors for the theme of this one. So place the first ones down on top of the chests and then open them like so. And the next ones go on top of the other trapdoors. Remember to shift right click for those. And then up again. So again, you can go higher with this. If you do, just continue the trapdoors all the way up. Now that that's done, you can finally get your piglins in. Not the zombified piglins, they have to be regular non-zombified piglins, and they do have to be adults. You cannot have baby piglins in here. There we go. Now you can, if you want, put carpets down on top of the hoppers first. It really doesn't make any difference. Once that's done, it's time to get your roof and dispensers in. So for this we're going to have the roof here. Leave one block in front of the trapdoors empty. That's where your dispenser is going to go. We're using the trapdoors here to line the item up so it doesn't accidentally land on top of the trapdoors. Once your roof is in, put your dispensers in facing the trapdoors. And then you're going to want to extend your roof outwards a bit, away from the bartering stations. This is just so we've got space to build the redstone clock. And you can see from over here, from the dispensers we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, so we need one more on this. Now building the redstone clock itself is pretty easy. You want 2 hoppers facing into each other. Out the backs of those hoppers you need comparators, and then into a repeater. Do need to extend out this way a little bit. There we go. Now place a redstone block down in front of one of the hoppers. You want a sticky piston facing into that, and then on the other side leave an air block and then another sticky piston facing the redstone block. Then comes your redstone dust. We're almost done now. So from the repeater, do a U-turn into the back of the sticky piston, and then place your items in here. Again, we're going to go with 41 for this. Although actually, I'm going to take some out just to show you it working. Now what you need to do is pick either of these spots in front of the hoppers, place down your redstone, and simply bring it into the dispensers there. Then all that's left to do is fill up your dispensers with your gold ingots. And any second we should see that dispense. Now the gold would normally land on top of the chest there. That's fine, the piglin can pick it up through the trapdoors. There we go, you see they pick them up. And if we head down here, let's have a look at what we got. We got some ender pearls and some fire charges. So while I said I didn't want to do a tutorial on the actual item moving and sorting systems themselves, I did want to pop onto the Adults Play Java server and just show you the setup that I currently have. So you can see I've got all of the items behind me getting sorted. Got a bit of storage here for gold ingots, which is just in case for whatever reason one doesn't get picked up, it'll come back through the hopper and go back in here, which is just being used as a junk chest right now. But if we head outside, excuse the mess out here, you can see I've got, well, you can't actually see from here, but I do have a line of hoppers, if we can get down there, which is bringing in all the items from each piglin station into a dropper. Now you can see the kind of problem we have here is if we use too many piglin stations all into this one line of hoppers and we set the hopper clock speed too fast, you kind of get backed up on items. Like the hoppers and the droppers just aren't able to handle the amount of items you get from the piglins. So that is something you do have to consider. I'm actually thinking of setting up a second dropper system and doing 2 lots of item sorting. I think that'll probably allow me to speed this up a lot. But you can see how fairly simple the dropper mechanics are. There are lots of tutorials on these, but just basically a bunch of droppers, redstone torches, a couple of hoppers, comparators, and that's it really. And this thing works absolutely beautifully. It does take a lot of hoppers for the sorting system though. You can see we've got our clock up here. We have 41 items. And that seems to work perfectly for me with 6 bartering stations. It does sometimes get a little bit backed up, but that seems to happen more just depending on what drops I get. If I get non-stackables more, then the items filter through faster. If I get more stackables, then it backs up a little bit. It's just all random. But that is it for this tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope this gives you a nice easy way to get into auto piglin bartering. If you enjoyed the video, let me know down in the comments below, and don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.